we're not on good terms when it comes to money. It's Apple, they have to have all the colors. That's the trap of being in a mall. And we were just like dumbfounded at that point. Hey, what's up my guys, gals, and anyone in between? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. And as you read by the title, yeah, I got an iPhone, which I'm actually very nervous about. And before I begin this video, I need to make a few things clear. I do know the value of $1. I grew up usually not getting everything I wanted, and when it does come down to money, my family is not, we're not on good terms when it comes to money. So knowing the fact that I actually got this phone, it's just a little weird to me considering the price range and all that. And I didn't particularly need a new phone. I just thought it'd be more convenient for me to have one, considering I do have an Apple computer and I do YouTube, but mostly of course for fun. So don't think I'm bragging or trying to show off or shove this in your face. I'm mostly doing this just to basically document the fact that I have this phone. And it's been, the last time I had an iPhone, I was in the 6th grade, the beginning of 6th grade. So ever since then, after that, I've been having an Android, and I've just been like a hardcore Android user. And up until today, which is October 31st, so happy Halloween, I got an iPhone. I don't even know what I'm trying to say because I'm just really nervous. I'm not bragging, doing this to document the moment, and I have no idea, and I do know the value of $1. So basically how I came to getting the iPhone, it took me 2 days. I strictly wanted the iPhone 11. Ever since it came out last year, I've been strictly wanting the iPhone 11 because my nana and my mom had gotten new iPhones, and then they brought up the whole concept to me, and I was just like, oh my god, I think it would be better for me to have an iPhone. It would make things easier for me. They have advanced since I first had one, and I think I had like a 4 or a 5, I don't know. And ever since then, I've just kind of been thinking, oh, it'd be nice to have an iPhone, or every now and then it's like, oh man, if I had the Apple product, it'd make doing YouTube a little bit easier, or just stuff like that. And there's certain apps I can't download because I have an Android. Just things like that. So yesterday on October 30th, Stanley and I woke up early, well, as early as you can possibly think, and we went to Verizon to go get the iPhone. Now, keep in mind, I didn't know much about it. I tried to do as much research as I can on all the YouTubers who had a purple iPhone 11, specifically that one. I looked up the day before all the iPhones that were available. Even the night before, I called my nana and I was like, hey, I think I want to switch to an iPhone, and I think I want to get a new phone. And she was all for it. The fact that I had looked up all the information, I thought I was preparing myself. So yesterday when I went to Verizon, when me and Stanley went to Verizon, we were asking questions where we were just like going back and forth trying to get all the information, and the people said,
oh, I'm sorry, but we don't have your iPhone 11 in purple or in red.
They basically just had black and white, and then they even had the Pro in black and white. And then I asked, okay, well, what about the 12? And then they said they only had 4 colors. They said they only had black, white, silver, and gold. That's specifically what the man told me. So I was like, okay, well shoot, never mind. I guess we'll just go right across the street to the mall where we can go to Apple and get the phone, because it's Apple, they have to have all the colors. So we go to Apple, right? It's still like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and when we get there, it was somewhat of a decent-ish line, but we didn't have to wait too long. Like maybe 5 minutes later, while we were in line, sorry, there's something in my face, a man came up to us and he said,
okay, what are you here for?
We told him, oh, we were here to possibly purchase a new phone. And so we gave him our names, and we had to, he told us that we had to come back at 4:15 because that's our timestamp. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But as he told us that, he said, oh, you can order the phone online to make the process go faster. So either your timestamp will be first, or your order will come in first, and whichever one happens first, you can just come in and we'll give you the phone once the process is done and you're done paying for it online. And we were like, okay, bet, I'll do that. We were there for 3 hours, 1 to 4, yeah, waiting for 4 o'clock. We went there early twice just to see if we could maybe like just go there. I don't know why, I forgot why, but we did go early, like no, twice. But we waited 3 hours just so our timestamp could come at 4:15. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, our timestamp that we assigned for the man. But when I ordered the phone, it was around maybe 2 o'clock and it said to come at 5 to 5:15. So we were just wandering around the mall basically aimlessly because we didn't feel like going back home because I thought that'd be just a waste of gas. Those of you who drive a car, I think you'd understand like the value of trying not to waste gas. What really piques me is the fact that I had ordered that damn phone and along some accessories, and I was waiting. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And when 4 o'clock came, we went back to go to our appointment, and the phone was still processing the order. It hadn't been like fully successfully ordered. So we were just like, why is it actually taking this long for an order to go through? It's been 3 hours already. And our timestamp is here for the guys. So, and since our phone wasn't ready, we couldn't do anything. So they told us,
sorry, guess you'll just have to come back when the phone is successfully ordered.
So we were like, okay, I guess we'll just come back in another hour just to get this phone, which is fine, because I was like, okay, I have to be patient, I have to wait. At this point, I was just kind of getting a little aggravated, just like, okay, this is kind of annoying, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. So we wandered the mall, and as we were wandering the mall, I have to tell you this, I spent so much money on things I didn't even need, but that's the trap of being in a mall for so long and waiting for something that you only came to specifically get, but end up getting a bunch of other stuff. Time skipped to another hour. We came back at 5, what was it? I think specifically at 5:15 or 5:16 because we were in the food court and it wasn't that far from Apple. Let me tell you, when we went to go back to Apple at 5 to 5:15, the order still hadn't been processed and we were just waiting. And then when we looked, we asked like maybe 7 people at that point. 7 people came to talk to us, not at the same time, but like at that point. And then they were just, this man said, oh, I don't know what to do. Let me just go talk to my manager. And they had gone back to talk to him. And apparently, I guess the manager just said, no, the guy that we were talking to just said, okay, I think maybe we should just cancel the order and buy it right here, right now, flat out. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, because this is getting ridiculous at this point. We're basically waiting 5-ish hours. And then that's what we did. We canceled the order, but we had to call customer service because for some reason it wasn't canceling. And then when we did that, we were like, okay, great, we're all in the clear. But it took maybe a good 15 to 20 minutes just to get that whole order canceled. Like, clear as day canceled. And then mind you, we had to wait in line for maybe about another good 10 minutes. And then after that, we were able to go inside and we met the nicest lady. Her name was Ari and she was so adorable. She looked really cute in her pigtails and her skirt. She said she was inspired by fall to dress up like that. She was the nicest person ever. But anyway, she was so patient with us because I feel so bad for all the shit that I put her through that night. When we got there, I told her everything I wanted. I wanted the same thing. I wanted the iPhone 4 in purple. She got that. I wanted AirPods, or was it Beats? No, it was AirPods, and a wireless charging pad. Got all that. Even asked for Apple Care, you know, the whole 9, the whole freaking 9. And when she did that, she was so sweet about it. And so she asked to see my phone and she needed to scan a number. But when she scanned the ICCID, is that what it's called? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Something popped up on her phone and it said, pending activation, can't do it. So the fact that I didn't even know if I was the phone holder either, because my Nana was the one who gave me the Verizon plan. I am the owner of the entire phone, so thank God for that, because that would have been a whole nother process. But the fact that I ordered that phone beforehand and canceled it, something was there. Just out in the universe, something was there preventing me from actually ordering the gosh darn phone. And so we tried again, and it kept saying pending activation, won't go. And we were just like dumbfounded at that point, because she kind of knew what was going on, but at the same time not fully, because it's not in her department. She just, you know, sells electronics and stuff. And we didn't know what was going on either, because this had never happened to us before. So I was just like, what is going on? Why can't I purchase the phone? I had only come for one thing, and I'm getting all these other problems. I'm getting all these other situations. And I wasn't getting mad at her. I can't. I had no reason to. I was basically just getting mad at myself and mad at the whole situation. And by this point, it was already, it was almost 6 o'clock, because she said she was determined to get us a phone and get us out of there by 6 o'clock, and she was trying to make a joke out of it, and I was like, oh my god, I know, I'm just ready to get out. By the time all this pending activation stuff happened, we were just kind of fed up, and she said we can stay in the store because the manager knew what all the problems we were going through, and he recognized us because we kept coming back and forth, back and forth. I kid you not, I think we went there like maybe 12 times. Everybody knew who we were. So she said that we could just sit there and wait, call customer service, get the problem solved out. And thank goodness, because I didn't feel like walking around the mall again. So we were there talking to customer service, and she kept coming back to us, Ari, over and over, just to check up on us to see if it was going. It took over an hour. It took over an hour to get this customer service going. They wouldn't answer the phone, and by the time they would answer the phone, the guy in customer service that I was chatting with would answer. And Stanley said something that really stuck to me. I wish the conversation that me and customer service had in the chat was had a timestamp, because you would not believe how ridiculously long it took for the man to answer my questions and get everything situated. He took the longest time. It was ridiculous. I mean, I'll even show you the proof. I have all the pictures. I took the screenshots. I don't even know what to say. I'm just like completely shocked. And he kept asking, just give me a minute, just almost done. And the almost done took about 30 minutes just to finish. And then by the whole process being over, it was almost 30 minutes to closing, and that store closes at 8. Actually, I think the entire mall closed at 8. So we only had less than 30 minutes left to get my phone and get out of there. So Ari came back, and she was like, did it work? Did it go through? And we were like, yes, finally, we can just get this over with now, and we can get out of your hair, and I'm so sorry for all the trouble. And she was like, oh no, I'm so sorry for you guys. I can't believe you're going through this. She scanned the code again on my phone. Pending activation. We were there for so many hours to basically get nothing but things we didn't need, and I'm talking about the clothes that are in my closet. We were there for so long just to get something just to get things that I didn't need, and I couldn't even get the main thing I went in there for. All because I was given this idea to order the phone to see which one would come first, my timestamp or the phone order, and I could pick it up. I literally could have just sucked it up and asked for a phone at Verizon just so we wouldn't have to go through all this. Woke up early, had to wait, couldn't get the phone, and I really can't blame anybody but myself, but it makes me mad because we wasted a whole day. And I was just pissed. I was frustrated. I couldn't take any more hits. I really couldn't. At that point, I just felt like a burden. I felt like a burden to Stanley because I asked him if he could take me to the mall because I didn't want to be alone, and I feel like I just wasted his time, his entire day. I feel like I wasted all those employees' days, especially Ari, considering she was so helpful to us, so helpful to me. And I hate feeling like a burden. I hate wasting people's time because it actually crushes me, because I never want to feel like a burden to people. So that night I just kind of went home crying, not because I didn't get a phone, because I just felt like such a fool, a defeated person who just couldn't get the one thing that they asked for.
Hey
Hey guys, it's Angel from the editing room. Who thought you'd see me here, right? Crazy. No, not really, but anyway, I do know I contradicted myself when I said that right there, but the way I said it made more sense to me in my head than I'm pretty sure it made sense to anybody else, or if I even tried to explain it. It really wasn't strictly about the phone, and it wasn't about the fact that I couldn't get what I wanted. And I don't mean to sound stuck up or anything, or like a brat, or like, oh my gosh, I can never get what I want. But it's not true. It's not all that. It's just the fact that I wanted to make a purpose out of that day. If I am determined to get something, or if I have a plan, I like going through my plan, and I like making sure that everything's structured and scheduled, so that way I know I'm not wasting anyone's time, I'm not wasting my time, I'm not jumping through hoops trying to do things and get to places. So the fact that we had spent almost 7 or 8 hours in that mall, and we didn't really get what we had came for, it frustrates me. And it was just like, oh shoot, I totally off my game and ruined the entire day, ruined everybody's time. And yeah, so I didn't mean to say that I couldn't get what I want. I promise you, I didn't mean it like that, and I'm sorry. But enjoy the rest of the video. I don't know, I just really kind of feel like I worked hard to get this and earn this. And anyway, it wasn't about the phone at that point. It was just about the fact that I wanted to make up to everybody and say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything I put you through. And then we were just told to come back the next day and try to like go to Verizon and figure out this whole pending activation situation. And that's exactly what we did. So fast forward to today.
The next day,
we went to Verizon near our house, and the man said you'd probably need to go to an actual, what did he say? Yeah, he said we needed to go to a corporate store. So we went back to the corporate store that we went to yesterday. That was the one that's right across from the mall, like literally right across. There was a long line. And that took about, I don't even know how long that took, but by the time we got inside, we were given to a man, and I think his name was Jordan. If not, that's what we're just gonna call him. He at first didn't look like he really wanted to deal with us. I thought he just kind of was like over with the day and he wanted to go home. And he was trying to figure out this whole pending activation thing for us. Like figure out, okay, well, why is this even here? And you got a cancellation email, and he was basically saying mixing 2 companies together is gonna end you like in the deep end, and it's gonna cause a lot of problems. Because I was going back and forth to the Verizon and Apple, so that was on me. That was my fault. I probably should have just stuck with one and gone on with my life. He was not completely welcoming at first, like look-wise, but then once we started talking to him, he was actually really opening and really funny and just opening. He was really open and really funny and just nice all around. So he called customer service, and I was on the phone with customer service while we were waiting in line for over 30 minutes. He got a hold of customer service way faster than I could, but he was on hold too. I'd say it took him less than 15 minutes, like less than 15 to 20 minutes. I was dumbfounded, completely dumbfounded. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'll let you take care of it. He was on the phone, and whoever he was talking to got my situation handled. The entire thing. Something this man did in less than an hour, a whole company, 2 companies to put it at that, couldn't figure out what to do or how to do it. And not even the customer service told me the truth, and they couldn't even get it right. This one godly man is amazing, and I hope he gets a raise or something happens great in his life right now, because he is a miracle worker. Depending, like seriously, how long we've been waiting, how much we've been put through. I know I sound like I'm being dramatic, but it was a really exhausting process. So he got me the phone, and he got me some accessories. He even convinced me to get the iPhone 12, so that's where this comes in, because I know they still didn't have the phone I wanted, and he kind of like talked me into getting the 12, and I was like, you're right, okay, I guess it'd be cool. And when I heard that they had it in more colors than the 4 I was told, they had it in red, and I was like, oh, red? Sign me up. Okay, I'll get it. So this is where we come into the whole unboxing part. Sorry it took me this long just to get here, but here we are.